Hello everybody, this is Gareth Coon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to hit the subscribe bar, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next post. Or even better than that, if you could leave me a comment, it would be greatly appreciated. Or otherwise you can look me up at my website, which is www.garethcahoon.co.uk. Or if you'd like to support the ministry, you can do so by garethcahoon3@gmail.com on PayPal. Recapping Trump's first year with peace through strength at the border and beyond. In Washington D.C., the Trump administration has overhauled national security priorities and American leadership in the world during the first 365 days of his second term. From military actions abroad to domestic enforcement at home, 2025 was a year of bold and at times controversial moves. The Trump administration pursued an aggressive peace through strength agenda. A strategy officials said restored US military power and reasserted American influence around the globe. We've done more than any other administration by far in terms of military, in terms of ending wars, in terms of completing wars, Trump said. The Department of Defense, now renamed the Department of War, is, the administration said, a symbol of a return to a warrior mindset focused on lethality, readiness, and deterrence. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth said, "We are the strength part of peace through strength, and either we ready to win or we are not." The military played a central role in some of the most consequential moments of the year in June. Operation Mindset Hammer took out Iran's air defences and struck key nuclear facilities. Michael O'Hanlon of the Brookings Institute said the decision to spend one day bombing Iran's nuclear facilities probably did help set back the country's nuclear weapons ambitions by several years. In August, the focus shifted closer to home. The US launched a major military build-up in the Caribbean, leading to strikes on suspected drug smuggling vessels and eventually the capture of Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro. Trump said we've taken out almost 100% of drugs coming in by water about to start taking out drugs coming in by land. We know exactly where they're coming from. The war on drugs also made a stir here at home, with immigration enforcement operations expanding to cities across the country. Most recently, Minneapolis officials said more than 10,000 criminals have been arrested in Minnesota alone. Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino said, "Our operations are lawful, they're targeted, and they're focused on individuals who pose a serious threat to this community." The administration said many of those arrested entered the country illegally under the Biden administration, a trend Trump said he had reversed. In the last 8 months, nobody came into our country illegally, he said. The White House also pointed to sharp declines in violent crime nationwide. Trump said it was the largest reduction in violent crime on record nationwide, the largest one-year drop in murders ever recorded. On the global stage, the president pressed NATO allies to spend more on defence, once again using the threat of reduced US commitments as leverage. O'Hanlon said, "I didn't really like this his tactics, but I have to admit by threatening to pull off the alliance, President Trump convinced them to agree that we should all be spending more on our defence." But as 2026 begins, experts said early stability is giving way to uncertainty. O'Hanlon pointed to key issues, saying what happens next in Gaza, huge uncertainty in Venezuela, the threat to take Greenland is shocking. He warned that the threat could have far-reaching consequences for NATO and global security, O'Hanlon said. People are going to ask what territory is the United States going to want to take next, and what does Vladimir Putin decide about the opportunities to drive a wedge between various NATO members. While experts agree the first year of Trump 2.0 reshaped national security, they said the year ahead could be even more pivotal, with unsolved conflicts and strained alliances poised to define US policy for years to come. Yes, that's right. Trump certainly learned a thing or two from his first administration and went all guns blazing in his second administration. He's taken no flack from anybody, and most of his opponents end up actually coming to his side. Because, yes, Donald Trump sometimes seems like he's talking rubbish, but his talking rubbish always gets to the art of the deal, and that is what Donald Trump was specifically known for. His book that he wrote called The Art of the Deal. No one can argue with the man's resolve to make America great again, and in making America great again, may make the world great again. Shalom, Maranatha, and Hallelujah.